Apex Legends Season 24 drops tomorrow, at least when we're recording this, and probably the day you guys are going to see this. We got the patch notes for this season that I'm going to be breaking down in this video for you guys. We're going to be running through the entire patch notes. A lot of new stuff, legend buffs, like there's an entire kill time rework, and there's a bunch of other stuff that they're going to be adding, new skins, and a few other things, so we're going to be talking about it. Overall, probably one of the worst seasons ever is Season 23. I think I played the least amount of Apex Legends I think I've ever played, and I've been playing since Season 8, so just goes to show you how bad the game is. So at least from the looks of it, they're trying to at least attempt to turn the game around. I'm all for them trying new shit, like they gotta do something. So we're gonna talk about a lot of this stuff. If you guys want to tab out, listen to me talk in the background, that's completely fine. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm not gonna try to make this video incredibly long. I'm gonna kind of skim over some of the stuff that I can't really talk about much because I need to play the game to kind of see if it's good or not. So I'll talk about it a little bit, but until I play the game, I can't really give a good opinion on it because I need to play the game first. So patch notes live on their X account as well as their website if you guys want to go check them out. I'll throw probably some gameplay in the background. Otherwise, I'll throw some of the notes on screen whatever I'm talking about. I'll kind of throw on screen periodically. So we got legend buffs. Ashe is getting some major buffs. A number of improvements to her arc snare and the phase breach. Pretty much what she has is her ult goes farther, faster, and the endpoint detection has been improved. And then she has actually a new passive called Predator's Pursuit. Grants a short-range dash, enable her to get closer to her targets. So Ashe is getting some major buffs this season. Really, really solid. Ashe is one of my favorite legends. I really like her. I just feel like the reason why I don't play her as much as I usually should is just because there's a few other legends I like more, and mainly because she's kind of mid at best. Hopefully these buffs make her a lot more viable. Glad she's getting buffed though. Ballistic's getting some major buffs too. So he can actually, at level 3, his new upgrade actually allows him to get a double Whistler charge. So he's going to be able to have, with certain upgrades, he will have 4 Whistlers. He'd be able to have 4 charges. You can silence an entire team if you land all the Whistlers, and you still have an extra one to spare if you miss one. That's fucking crazy. I think that's going to be a bit broken. I see people actually exploiting the shit out of that. That might need to be changed, but we'll see how it goes. His ult also now grants a speed bonus, and then you can actually carry crate weapons now in his sling, which is kind of cool. So anything from the care package can actually be slinged, and you can actually get it so it has infinite ammo. So will Ballistic be a lot better? Yeah, but I think the only reason you're going to be picking him is just to exploit the fuck out of his Whistlers. I don't think you're going to be picking him for the sling. Until that might actually be really broken, and they'll have to nerf that, and the Ballistic will be bad again. So we'll see how it goes. Assault class perks. Combat reserve, carry extra ammo per stack, have 2 grenades, so they're giving fuses passive to all the assault legends. I don't know how I feel about that. Retain access to the red supply bins, so stowed weapons automatically reload, so whatever weapon you're not using reloads now. That's kind of cool. And then battle surge, breaking an enemy shield grants a burst of speed, faster reloads, and highlights the target. So major buffs for the assault legends. Probably the class in the game, I think that's kind of lacking. I still think the skirmishers are also really lacking. I think they're next, hopefully. Stuff like Alter and like a lot of those ones, like I think they're being a skirmisher. I think it's also another class they need to kind of look at. I think that'll be something they need to look at going forward. Weapon buffs and helmets and armor. So pretty much what this is, I'm just going to kind of skim over this, is pretty much what they're going to be doing is they're taking away red armor. The max amount of armor you can have now is a purple armor. And you can have a red armor, but that requires a new item, which is the mythic armor upgrade helmet, which is like a red helmet. They took away all the helmet upgrades in the game. There is no longer any headshot protection at all from helmets. So that is all there really is. What it does is it lowers the TTK, so it's a lot easier to kill people. I don't know how I feel about them lowering the time to kill. I really don't. It's good for like your people that you can kind of catch off guard, but I feel like if you don't position properly, like if you get caught off guard, and you don't react instantly, which is really difficult to do, even before they changed all this stuff, you just get shredded and you die instantly. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, I'm gonna have to kind of play the game to see how it is, but we'll find out. Muzzle flash. Pretty much what they did here is I'm gonna kind of skim over this because otherwise I'll be sitting here for way longer than I should talking about this. Pretty much what this is they got rid of a lot of the visual clutter from shooting your weapons. So a lot of the weapons, they had like a lot of flash or like a lot of kind of visual clutter when you'd be shooting them. A lot of that got reduced. There you go. So you don't have to, you can actually aim and you don't have to worry about having a bunch of bright lights or visual clutter in your face. So there you go. There's actually examples of it as well right there with the Volt and the, I think that's the Rampage. So the Rampage got some changes too. Balance updates. The R99's going onto the floor. Peacekeeper's going into the care package, at least from some of the gameplay I've seen of the Peacekeeper. Absolutely broken. Like, you can be at medium range and you're pretty much downing somebody at medium range as long as you land like a certain number of pellets on them. So absolutely broken weapon with the shield. The shield changes, at least from what I've seen so far. It's going to be a shotgun that one shots you at close range and like two shots you at like medium range. It's fucking crazy. Gold weapon rotation, alternator, R99, wingman, 30-30, rampage. Evo's max level. Evo is now level 3, which is purple armor, which I talked about. And Evo required to reach level 3 was increased, which makes sense. It's also a lot easier to do damage because they buffed the damage on a lot of the weapons, so you're going to be getting your shield a lot faster anyways, even with that change. Accelerated weapons. Assist with an accelerated weapon equipped no longer grant 30% all charge in mixtape modes. Who cares? Who plays mixtape? If you're playing mixtape, you're wasting your time. Whatever. I don't know anybody that plays mixtape modes or any mode that isn't ranked or BR. New gameplay updates, new arsenals. Pretty much what this is it's kind of like a weapon bin at all POIs that have like fixed types of weapons at them, so you can just loot up right away off the ground with weapons that are already there without having to run around and look for weapons. It's kind of what it really is. I don't know how that's going to be really good. What I can see happening here is if you don't land on an arsenal with another team at the same like POI, whoever lands on the arsenal just wipes the entire POI, and you pretty much loot up instantly, and you have such an advantage over everybody else. I can see that being a huge problem. Anybody that lands on the new arsenal bins and gets the weapon first, you have a weapon off drop with a shit ton of fucking ammo, and you have so much of an advantage over everybody else that has to go look for a weapon if they drop the same POI. I think that's going to be the problem. It's already a problem dropping and not being able to find a weapon and then getting fucking melted in 2 seconds and sent back to the lobby. I hate that. Healing cells now take 2.5 seconds, so they upped the time. It's faster for everything to heal now. See how that actually is. I don't know if they really need to change that or not. We'll see how it goes, but it kind of makes sense, I guess, because they're changing the armor and everything around too. Helmets are all gone. Players no longer have helmets. Gold helmet is worked into a helmet upgrade pretty much. So it's kind of what it is. We talked about the red helmet. That's what it really is. New mythic armor upgrade. That's what it really is. There you go. Knockdown states significantly increase the crawl speed while knocked, and with and without the knockdown shield raised. So you'll be able to walk away when you're on the ground a lot easier. I don't know about that change. If I kill somebody, I don't want them running away and getting revived. I really don't. I should get that kill. Especially when Lifeline and Newcastle and all these fucking support heroes are still really broken. I don't think they nerfed them nearly enough. Especially Lifeline and Newcastle. We'll talk about. There's none of that shit on here either. POI names on drop. So pretty much if you're in the dropship now, you're going to have POI names that are kind of like a hollow, like, kind of name over wherever they are now on the map. Can't really talk about it much until we get in game. Ammo and attachments, gold mags, while stowed, was decreased to 2 seconds instead of 5, so it reloads faster. Hop-ups. Hammer points have been removed. Oh, that's great for the Mozambiques and the RE-45. That's real nice. 2 of the worst weapons now in the game Hollow points, or the 1x optic has been removed. Why? Why would you remove the 1x hollow optic? Why? That makes no sense. I think that needs to be reverted. Probably the worst change they've made so far. Replicator reduced the amount of ammo per stack. So you only get 1 ammo per stack now, which is stupid. I don't know why they changed that either. 2 questionable changes. On all the ARs. You can just go through every single one of these. Pretty much what they're doing is they're buffing the damage on everything. Every single weapon is getting a damage buff. All the LMGs are getting damage buffs. I think the Rampage is going to be fucking busted. Reduce the decay rate of Rev State over time. I think the Rampage, it went from 30 to 38 for headshot damage, and now it's 30 instead of 26. That's crazy, especially with a Thermite. If you guys are not using the Rampage this next season, you guys are playing wrong. I think the Rampage is going to be fucking broken. Especially with no helmets. That's going to be crazy. Marksman weapons, you got the 30-30 getting buffed. Slightly increased projectile size at long range, making it more consistent. Great. O-check getting buffed. G7 Scout getting buffed with the same buffs as kind of the 30-30. The triple take also getting buffed. 105 for a headshot is crazy. I didn't know it. I don't know if it was 105 before with the helmets in the game. I'm not sure. 105 though, like that downs somebody off drop. That's crazy. I don't know about that, especially for the triple take, which is already really easy to use. Got the pistols, the RE45's garbage. I don't know why. They buffed the damage on the RE45 by 1, but they took away the hammer points. Same with the P2020s. I think the P2020s, the RE45s, the Mozambiques, single and dual Kimbo are going to be the worst weapons in the game by far with no hammer points. Why run these over any other weapon when everything else also got their damage buffed? Wingman got buffed. They actually increased the mag size again, y'all. We actually have mags for the Wingman. Instead of just having a base 5, if you actually attach a mag to it, you can actually get up to 8. So that's great. For your loser players like me that missed most of their shots of the Wingman, having 5 made it unusable. Now at least if I miss half my clip, I still have an extra 4 or 5 shots to use. Alternator getting buffed. Car, Prowler, R99, Volt, shotguns, the Mastiff actually getting a buff. I'm surprised they actually buffed the Mastiff. I think it was fucking probably the best shotgun in the entire game for Season 23. I was sick of going against it, but I think that was the reason why I thought that is because the Relic Mastiff one-shots you off drop. I think that's what it is. I think I got that confused with like the actual Mastiff, maybe, but I'm not sure. That's the fucking relic of shit they've been having for the entirety of Season 23, though. Shit was awful. God awful. Overstayed and outplayed and, like, fucking boring as fuck. Garbage. They should never have the relic event ever again. Garbage. One of the worst things they've ever done. Mozambique's getting buffed. You got a 60 headshot, whatever. If you land all pallets, good luck with that. It's still one of the worst weapons in the game. And then you have the Peacekeeper. Headshot is a 135, and then a body shot, what does it say? Pellet pierces, dealing 50% damage after the first enemy hit. It actually pierces even now too, which is crazy. Wow, that's crazy. All the snipers getting buffed. They actually buffed the Kraber back to 210 and went at 150. Not bad. They removed Tempo, Deadeye's Tempo. Why? Why would you remove Deadeye's Tempo from the Sentinel? It was the only thing that made it good. Limb damage reduced to 70%. Okay. They didn't even buff. Why are you gonna buff all the damage on most of the other weapons, but like the longbow gets no changes, and then like the Sentinel gets no damage buffs? Why? You can't even buff it up to like 72 or like 75 damage instead of 70. And then you're gonna go and take away the Deadeye's Tempo passive so you don't have the full charge off when you pick it up. That's fucking stupid. There's a few like really questionable changes in this. It's not as bad as like Overwatch or a few other games, but there's like a handful of changes that are really questionable so far. It's like 4 or 5 of them we talked about. Got the Legend, the Assault class, Support class, Healing Expert removed. Is that going to be enough to nerf the Support class? No, it's not. They're still going to be busted. They're going to be the best class in the entire game. Lifeline and Newcastle you're going to see on every fucking team along with Gibraltar. That's what you're going to see. Nauseating fucking garbage, I guarantee you. After about the first 3 weeks of the new season, after everybody tests out all the new shit like Ash and Ballistic and all that shit, you're going to go right back to Lifeline, Gibby, Newcastle. Every single team. Guarantee you. We got Ash. They give us a breakdown of everything they changed with her. I'm not going to go through everything because I have to play her to see how she is. We talked about her earlier. Ballistic, we talked about earlier as well, what they're doing with Ballistic. Bunch of changes. Crypto EMP once again destroys Gibraltar's dome. Well, duh. Why would you get rid of that to begin with? Now you have to add it back. I don't know why they got rid of that to begin with last season. That was so fucking stupid. Loba's ult starts at 50% off drop. Why it was 99% ult charge off of drop when she lands out of the ground from the battle bus is beyond me. Stupid. You can get a weapon off drop for free. Whatever you want for free. Which is really stupid for season 23. Maggie will now destroy Newcastle's mobile shield with Wrecking Ball. Why was this not a thing last season? Why was Maggie's Wrecking Ball not able to destroy his shield and then Gibraltar's dome last season? Really dumb. Hubs maps, King's Canyon is in rotation. Hallelujah. Same with ranked. I just hate that storm or that Broken Moon's in pubs. I hate Broken Moon. Get Broken Moon out of the fucking game. It's just a god-awful map. Worst map in the entire game. And then if you play ranked, you actually have Storm Point, which is way better than Broken Moon, so... They want you to play ranked really bad. That's what they're trying to tell you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on and I'll play the game as long as it's not Broken Moon. The instant Broken Moon comes into rotation, I log off and I go do something else. That's what I do. How awful the map is. I don't even want to fucking play on it. It's garbage. Got a bunch of new LTMs, a bunch of new modes, whatever. If you guys play the LTMs, go ahead and look through all these and go look at them yourself. Whatever. Ranked, level 20 minimum, and you have to complete a bunch of challenges now to get into ranked. Whatever. Start banning people. Like, what they need to really start doing is start fucking banning people. Start banning Smurf accounts, start banning cheaters, start banning your shitheads that go onto your team and just fucking throw your game. They don't ban nearly enough people. That's the main issue. Weapon Mastery, they did some shit with that. Who cares? Nobody cares about Weapon Mastery. It's a joke. Bunch of bug fixes. What I'm really interested in is how the game's going to run on Switch, because especially these last few seasons, ever since like season 18 going forward, the game seems to be running a lot worse on Switch. It seems to be getting worse and worse with every single new season. They make all these changes, like the POI names, like floating over the POIs and all this other shit with like the graphics and all that type of stuff. How is that going to run on the Switch? Because it's been really struggling. Like, I'm getting bad FPS drops. There's a lot of times where the textures just aren't loading at all, which is a new thing that has not happened since this past season. So I don't know. They need to really start fixing the game for the Switch. It seems like it keeps on getting worse and worse with every new season. I don't want this game to turn into Smite, where the game gets to the point where it's literally unplayable, and then never fix it. And look at Smite now. The game's fucking dead. And everybody's trying to get a fucking refund from them, including me, so... I hope it just don't turn into that. They gotta catch it when it's... before it goes to shit. So hopefully the game actually runs really good on Switch and they actually fix it so it runs a lot better this season. Or at the very least runs the same and doesn't get worse. That's all I'm asking. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. All these changes are great, but how does it fucking run? If it fucking freezes and crashes and the servers are fucking garbage, then who cares? Fix the fucking servers, fix the game, make it so it runs good on Switch, either at the very least the same as it is now, or so it doesn't get any worse, or make it better. That's all I'm asking. That's the main thing I want out of the season. Got a decent amount of content here, a decent amount of changes. Who cares? We'll see how it is once we get into the game. But let me know what you guys think of everything in the comments down below. Are you going to be coming back to playing the game this season? At least for me, I've been taking like the last 3 weeks I haven't been playing the game. It's been so garbage. The entire LTM relic thing through the entire season for the LTM and pubs, that shit overstayed its welcome so badly. I don't know why they ever brought the relic of LTM and decided it was a good idea to have it for an entire season in pubs. I don't know. Ranked is just as bad. Instead of playing with relic weapons, you have fucking brain-dead losers on your team that are some of the worst players ever that just literally go into your match and just throw. Unless you're hiding in the corner for half the match to try to get to top 10, you're usually losing points, even like you're in your middle tier games. That's how fucking bad it was. And like the majority of the game, the only reason I got back to gold is because I had to go hard carry a lot of my games. And like even then, the only reason I got back to gold was because of that. If I didn't like hard carry some of my matches, and I'm not even that good of a player, by the way. I'm average at best. I had to pop off in like a number of games in a row to get like a really good amount of points to rank up a lot faster. If I never did that, I think I wouldn't even got to gold. So I just got really lucky, and there were some games I did really, really good. I was able to rank up a lot faster than usual. So I don't know. Overall, let's see how it is. I'm not gonna shit on it so far, but we'll see how it is. Hold judgment until it's actually in game and I can actually play it tomorrow or whenever it goes live. So, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'll be streaming the new season on Friday night, so if you guys do not want to miss it, 9:80 ST, I'll be live over here on the channel with some season 24 of Apex. Feel free to drop by. Or if not, I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody.